Hey guys, so this week I've been playing a rather strange little game on Steam called Hotline Miami. It's sort of an indie throwback. It's kind of top down. There's a lot of violence in it, but it's all pixel. It's like 16-bit, 18-bit. I don't know how many bits. Lots of bits of blood and stuff. But it's all cartoony and little. But is it any good? Well, here's my opinion. Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami is another one of these little indie games produced by two guys in their basement or whatever and is now on Steam for like $10. If you put a gun to my head and asked me to describe what this game was about, I'd probably say,
"Please, no, I'll tell you whatever you want, no, I don't want to die."
But if I'm not under duress, I'd probably tell you that this game is a retro 2D top-down beat-em/shoot-em-up. In the game, you play this nameless hitman who wakes up one morning and he gets a message on his answering machine and says, go kill people. Well, sort of. Does it? I don't know. It's weird. You hop in your DeLorean, because it's the 1980s and that's all people drove back then, and you end up at a location where there's a bunch of people and you have to kill everyone there. There's guns, there's knives, and a variety of blunt weapons, all of which to dispatch your enemies. Hell, if you're feeling particularly saucy, you can knock them over with a door and then beat their heads in with your bare fists. Your objective in the game is fairly simple. Kill all the bad guys on this floor and every other floor of this building and then leave. But how you deal with your enemies is kind of up to you. It's a murder puzzle, is basically what it is. You got all these enemies in the building, some walking around, some just standing there, some taking a piss. And your job is to kill them all. You can use blunt weapons and knives, which are silent so their friends won't hear it, or go in guns a-blazing. And the more ruthless and violent you are, the more points you get. And also, if you kill a bunch of people in succession, you get combo multipliers. It's really hard to ignore how incredibly violent this game actually is. I've experienced my character kick some guy's head in and bits of brain squirt everywhere, and seen him gouge a person's eye out and just cut through massive dudes with a samurai sword. But the fact that it's all, pixelated and old school makes it slightly less violent, but still really disturbing. But that's kind of the point of the game. It's not supposed to be like, isn't it awesome how you killed all these guys? The game's narrative follows the main character as he's slowly losing his mind. He's not sure, is he actually killing people? Is he in a coma somewhere? Are these people good people that he's killing? Is he a crazy person? I mean, any guy who walks into a building in an animal mask and then proceeds to murder everyone in that building has to be somewhat crazy, doesn't he? And the masks your character can wear are actually the power-ups in the game. One makes you run faster, one makes the dogs not attack you. So as you get through the game, you unlock new masks so you can try new tactics or find a mask that works for you. So we've covered the fact that this game is weird and incredibly violent, but have I mentioned how incredibly difficult this game is? This game works on a one-hit kill system, where if your guy is hit by a bat or a bullet or anything, he's dead. No health bars or bulletproof vests or anything like that. You get hit, you're dead. But death in and of itself isn't really a punishment because you only have to restart the room that you're in. You don't have to restart the entire level. And because death isn't a penalty, it can actually be one of your tools. You can be like, if I go here, what happens? Oh, that guy shoots me? Maybe I won't go that way. That's not to say that death is this casual thing that you don't care about. It is frustrating when you die over and over and over and over and over again. The gameplay involves a lot of planning, but also a lot of just twitch reactions to what's happening around you. And it can quite often feel unfair with just the amount of stuff that they throw at you. But that only makes it that much more exciting when you finally beat that one section you've been smacking your head against for 5 minutes. And while the difficulty and the weird narrative might turn a lot of people away, if you're looking for something that's sort of a retro throwback to the olden days when video games were unforgivingly difficult, then maybe this is for you.
I think Super Meat Boy is a pretty apt comparison to this game because much like that game, this game starts out kind of hard and gets progressively more difficult as the game goes on. And you die a lot, but death isn't exactly a penalty. It's not like you die and you have to start all over. And, when you do die, you don't have to go that far back. It can be frustrating when you die over and over and over and over again until you finally get it, but it's not all that terrible when you do die. It's got a lot of variety. The different masks are fun. They add more enemies. It's great. It's frustrating as hell, and sometimes you just want to quit and not play it for a couple of days. But if you're looking for a game that's difficult, fun, a little violent, got those murder puzzles as I like to call them, then maybe pick up Hotline Miami.
If you like this video, why don't you subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it with all your friends, and I promise you most likely will not be entered into a government database. Probably.